Welcome to Seasons of Skyrend, a custom 5th edition D&D adventure that focuses on the stories of our characters as they explore the world around them. I am your host and DM, Scott.
Hi, my name is Shannon. I play Arnis Grey, or Grey the Great, to my fans. I am a half-elf bard.
Hi, my name is Chris. I play Vale the Changeling Rogue, sometimes known as Kara Frostfall or Lord Carver Golddagger III.
Hi, my name is Nate. I play Darvin Grimm, the Human Monk.
Thank you for joining us. Please enjoy this chapter in Seasons of Skyrend. The road south is long and cold. They are not alone. As the daylight shrinks, the night and its dangers only grow. Honey Hollow is still weeks away, and many choices will need to be made along the way. And some choices are obviously right or wrong. The real world rarely affords us that luxury. Even the so-called right choice can have negative consequences, whether we know it or not. So you have one very, very dull, uneventful day after you fend off those owls in the dark. On the next day, still heading south, en route to Honey Hollow, you see an old goat approach you. And there's a smallish figure on the back, carrying a torch, covered in old, ratty furs. And he comes up and just stops right in the middle of the road. Everybody can give me a perception roll. If you're in the back of one of the wagons, you'll be at disadvantage.
Nope, yep.
It's cool. I got a 20.
Good, because I got a 5.
I got a 13.
Okay. You're able to peek your head out far enough and catch a good glimpse of this Darvin. Arnis has a very good view from the top of the wagon here. You see, this is an old goblin man. He calls out, "Excuse me, fine folks. Assistance, if you would."
I'm gonna look at Smoodio, because he's maybe been in this part of the country before, and just ask, is it wise to stop?
Yeah, it's just one... Let me see. Yeah, it's just one old guy. We can see what he wants.
Sure, let's stop then.
Some help, travelers, if you will.
Maybe he wants to buy some fish.
No, I'm certainly not looking to purchase. I was just hoping that I might join you for a few days, if you're headed south still on this road.
We are headed south. However, that is not my decision to make.
I merely wish to ride alongside you until we pass Medullary Hill.
After all, there's safety in numbers.
Yes, indeed. And I do wish to stay safe.
I wish to stay in number.
If my benefactor agrees here, I don't think there's any issue there, but Smoodio, the choice is yours.
Sure, he'll pull you just aside, not like off the wagon. Who's in that wagon right behind the horses?
The middle one?
Yeah.
It's me.
Okay,
Yeah.
You can give me a perception roll, see if you hear this.
Okay. No disadvantage?
No disadvantage, no. You're just kind of
Just
hearing
listening.
through the back of the front of the wagon.
21.
Yeah, you'll hear this too. Vale, unfortunately, has
Too
a
far
whole
away.
wagon in between, and Sam is trying to be a little quieter, a little bit more discreet. He'll tell you, I understand why he doesn't want to be alone. That is not a safe place. Something I was probably going to have to talk to you about tomorrow anyways.
So I'm hearing this, right?
Yeah, you can hear this. See, that's not a safe city to be near. I don't know if you've ever been down in that area, but it's a city run by the undead. Now,
Yeah.
normally when people want to go past it, they'll just head off into the hills and try to sneak by. We don't have that luxury. The easiest way through is to leave somebody behind.
But we have a guy who's a member of the undead religion. Maybe he can get us passage.
And just so we're clear, when I say leave someone behind, it's to join them, not as like a temporary guest.
Oh dear.
So I understand why he would want to not go alone.
Except then, do you think he's planning to perhaps leave one of us behind? Would
I-
that be his plan?
I don't know how he would convince one of you to do so. Maybe unless he's thinking of leaving the donkey behind. Maybe they take animals sometimes. I don't know if it's in the best of conditions.
Zonky.
That's right. If it were a mule, it'd be a zool.
As it is, it's just a Zack-ass. Okay, so are you saying we shouldn't let him ride with us? Or
No,
it doesn't
I'm
matter?
I'm just saying if all of us go together, then they're only going to want one person or animal. Maybe we could find something along the way.
Okay.
I don't intend to leave any people behind.
Or your dog, or the horses.
If you try to leave Siphons behind, I will be done with you forever and
I
ever.
was not suggesting it. Don't worry. Will you give me just a minute?
Okay, I'll go make some small talk with this guy.
Yeah.
And he jumps off and goes talk to the Goblin man.
I'm gonna hop out the other direction and I'm gonna go get Vale and we'll meet in the middle cart. So we can all talk together.
Okay.
Did either of you hear any of what Smudio just said to me?
Hear what?
I did.
Well, apparently we're gonna go by or in close proximity to a town in a few days, right? That's what he said.
Couple days.
Couple days. That's run by the undead. And because of the wagons, we can't sneak around, like we have to take the road. Apparently the easiest way to get by is to leave somebody behind, like, for permanent. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do at that juncture, but I thought you both should know. What does your god have to say about the undead?
He doesn't like them, right?
He's the god of the undead. Of death and the undead.
But he doesn't like reanimation, right? Didn't you get pissed about reanimation?
He got pretty pissed in that temple.
But
That was more for an abuse of power.
Okay.
yeah, and that's different than the undead. That's bringing people back to actual life, as opposed to
Oh, right.
That's also a fair point.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my god is the god of death and the undead.
Do you think your god might be willing to help us out?
I can consult with him and see. I will.
That's all I would ask, of course. I have no expectations given what you've told me about how gods operate. But it might be useful, considering I don't want to be an undead. I don't think either of you do either.
No.
So, you want to pray?
Yeah.
You want to try to get some godly sense here?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave him to do that, and I'm going to head back up to the front.
Let you roll religion.
Oh,
A 14.
What's your prayer? Like, what's your question here? What do you...
Just
How are you phrasing this?
asking for guidance. What is the appropriate thing to do here? Do you need me to leave someone behind, or is there some other way?
That's a lot of questions. So I'm going to choose to answer only the first one.
Okay.
What should you do here?
I thought that was the first.
You should go through town. You should go through Medullary Hill. You get that feeling. You don't know what you're going to do when you get there.
Okay.
But you get the feeling that going through this town is right.
That's a start. Sort of.
That's all you're going to get out of there.
Okay.
Sorry, but it's not like a feat
good
or a
roll.
spell.
Yeah.
It's like, even with like a 20, there's only so much I could give you.
Otherwise, I'd be praying all the time.
You could still pray all the time. I'm just saying, your answer, it's not like you would get more and more details. You know, he's going to answer how he's going to answer.
Gotcha.
And then you, as a church member, can interpret that however you want.
Oh, yeah. You get to interpret.
This is the one of
So,
the many pitfalls.
That's what you find out. What are the two of you doing, Vale and Arnis?
I'm going back up to the front to take my seat, really, as a way to let Smudio know that, hey, we're ready to go whenever you are.
Gonna go back to my spot and hunker down to watch the trail go by.
Did you tell anybody about your response through prayer, Darvin?
Yeah, I'll go talk to Arnis when I'm done. And just let him know that I didn't get a lot, just that we should go through town. It is the right thing to do. I know. I wish we had more input.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. Unless...
It seemed like that was the plan before.
I guess that's true.
We should find out what Sam was planning to do. How does he usually get through?
I can ask him that. We'll talk about it. We got a couple of days, so...
Sure. You ask Sam right now.
I'll wait until we get moving again. And then I'll
You
talk.
get moving again. This Goblin man will introduce himself.
Goblin Man? Goblin Man. Does whatever a goblin can.
See, Goblin.
Stabbing things every day.
But only if they get in his way. Look out. Here comes a Goblin Man.
Oh, that was good.
He'll introduce himself as Biggs. He's a very old Goblin man. wiry hair coming out of his nose and out of his ears. He's got a dullish green color about him. He can be friendly. It seems like an effort for him. He does this mostly as convenience, just so he can keep doing what he's doing. But if it's idle chit-chat, he does his best, but you can tell it's a drain on him to do it. And you guys keep moving along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask Samudio, like, have you been through this town before? Or anywhere near it?
A couple of times, yeah.
How did you get through then? You don't need to mince words, trust me.
Once I captured a deer.
Okay.
Dropped it off there. It seemed to do. Another time it was when I didn't have my wagon with me, so I stayed on the north side of the road, kept in the trees, and went as fast as I could. I was going west. I was headed over towards the capital, not down Honey Hollow.
Okay.
Could find something like a big deer, bear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if one of those owls was still alive.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, if I'd known.
Good luck keeping one of those on a leash.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so we just need to be on the lookout for game or something, as it were. Large game, right? A bunny rabbit's not going to do it.
No. Nah, deer's usually about as small as they'll go.
What about like 10 bunny rabbits?
Or a couple of deer.
A couple of deer, definitely. 10 bunny rabbits, I don't know. Maybe. It's worth a shot.
I'm just spitballing.
Do you got 10 bunny rabbits?
I don't. I don't know what we're going to happen upon.
Okay. So, give you guys 2 chances here.
God.
Once each day.
Is that each of us rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are we rolling?
You can roll perception to just out and out spot a creature, or you can roll survival to try to find tracks and hunt something down that way.
Neither one of those is going to do me much good.
I'll try perception.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got a 3.
I got an 11. Perception.
Darn it.
I'm gonna try survival. 4.
Crap, guys.
The first day goes by, and you don't see any animals, you don't see any tracks besides what's on the trail. Night passes. Big sleeps by himself. He's got a very large set of blankets. He almost disappears underneath this mound of just like soft, not so much soft, but warm blankets. Second day. If you keep heading south, you will be there by the end of the day.
I'm going to attempt perception again here.
I got a 12. It doesn't matter.
I got a 12. Perception. Rolled 1
What do you
better.
roll?
Survival again.
Unless I could change that to a stealth roll to help one of them.
No.
Nah.
So I'm gonna use my
Worth a shot, though.
inspiration. 15. Good time to use
You
inspiration.
find
Yes.
tracks. You wander off the road a little bit, and under some fallen leaves, and next to a patch of ice, you spot some tracks. Let's see how good of tracks they are. Bear tracks.
Nice.
Bear's big.
A bear is big.
We're going to have to 3/4 to kill this thing before it'll go with us.
Yeah, well, we gotta knock it out. Don't worry, though. Okay.
Sam
We'll
will
make sure
remind
it's
you
barely
it
alive.
needs...
It needs to be alive.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going stealth mode to try and follow the tracks. That is a 17 on my stealth check.
Vale gets a 17. Who else is stealthing?
I'll stealth. 24.
If I bring up the rear, do I need to stealth? I mean, I can attempt it.
You can attack.
Yeah, you can attempt
I can attempt it, but I'm going to keep, like, a little bit of distance because I know that, like, compared to these two, I'm not stealthy at all, and I don't want to screw up their stealth if I step on a twig or something. Oh, but I'm okay. I got an 18.
And you go off tracking down a bear. You spend a couple hours in the woods following these tracks until eventually you come to this low rock overhang. It is dark inside. You can't tell if it's like a really deep cave or if it's a shallow overhang. They seem to lead that way. What do you do?
I'm gonna have to go into the dark.
Can I see better into the dark cave to, like, tell for sure whether the tracks go that way?
The tracks definitely go in.
Okay.
It's just a matter of spotting what's inside.
Okay. Here's the question. I'm not stealthy, nor am I very strong, but I have dark vision, and if you want to sneak up on this thing, you can let me go first. Or I can simply cast light, and you'll be able to see. You're going to lose some of your stealth if I do that, but you won't be bumping into shit either. And I won't be the only one that can see, because that would be bad. So
It's probably the best choice.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that kind of sucks, but it's the easiest option. So I'm trying to think of something like small.
You could cast it on a pebble and toss the pebble into the thing. It would be like a light grenade.
Yeah, I can do that.
Use it like a flare.
Yeah. And it lasts for an hour, so there's not going to be any, like, chance of it going out, really.
So a rock, stick.
A rock is fine.
Sure.
No bigger than about baseball size.
Sure. You can give me an attack roll. It's a very big opening. You can use strength or dex.
Just straight up dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not going to be proficient in rock.
I got a 6.
How far does it shine light?
Bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
You throw the rock and it lands right at the entrance to the cave. It doesn't actually go in. Aim was true, distance was off. But it does allow the two of you, who are much closer to the cave, to see in. You have 40 feet of vision into there, and you can see kind of this sleeping mass.
I'm going to look at the two of you. I'm going to draw an arrow and be like, are we silently using that as like, are we ready to start this?
Give me a nod.
You get a nod from the monk.
Bard gives you a thumbs up.
Bard gives me a thumbs up.
Before you loose that arrow, everybody roll an initiative. On the
I-
off chance he misses or doesn't outright kill it.
I hope I don't outright kill it, because
Yeah, that'd be bad.
that's not what we need to do here.
Is that a non-lethal arrow? Like a trank?
I got a 9. Maybe I do want to get close enough to try and stab it so that I can't kill it. Because you can't go non-lethal with a ranged attack. There's no way to shoot the arrow backwards, so I can't break the
No.
break the tip off the arrow.
You can only do it with melee attacks to be non-lethal.
Try to make it like a bludgeoning attack
No.
with your ranged attack
What
by
I-
taking off the tip.
Do you want to green
Boink.
arrow it and get like a giant boxing glove on the front of it? Alright.
Yeah, I
All right.
think
Anyway,
Vale.
so Vale is going to move.
No. Vale, what's your initiative?
Oh, 9.
You thought you went first with a 9?
No,
That's
I know
cute.
I don't go first.
you need a
with a
go-go
nine.
gadget arrow.
I need a-
Arnis,
7.
Darvin.
10.
Still initiative order. So Darvin, if you want to go first, you can. But if you want to, since
Should
Vale
go
has
first since I'm
an
less
arrow
likely
ready,
to kill it, right? I don't know if Phil wants to go first.
you can always just
It can, but
wait. But you do get the first action here.
if I wait, that means I'm skipping my turn.
Yeah, you're
right?
basically skipping your turn.
Basically, yeah.
You can move up closer and then ready an action in case the bear wakes up and charges. But yeah, pretty
Unless
much.
Phil tells me to stop, I'm gonna go. Because I feel like my non-lethal attacks are a better bet in this scenario.
Vale, you draw your arrow back. You get the nod from Arnis and from Darvin, and then Darvin starts walking forward into the cave.
And then I realize that I don't want to kill it. And I put the arrow back, and I follow him ninja style because I don't want to kill it.
Both of you give me a stealth check.
How far is it?
This will just be the stealth check that takes you up to melee range.
9.
I got 25.
Someone is very quiet. You see no movement from the sleeping mass inside. And you both are able to get right up next to it. It looks quite large. So the two of you kind of sneak up at about the same time. Darvin looks ready to go, but he gives you the nod to go first, Vale.
Then I am going to rapier dagger, non-lethal with the rapier. Fingers crossed. Oh, I have advantage. It's a 23. 8, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23.
You stab this bear just right above the shoulder in the back, and it lets out a very whimpering roar, and it seems to collapse, and its tongue just rolls out as two other bears in this mass stand up.
Oh, shit.
We found a bear day.
They were all very comfy with each other right there.
Wonderful. Is there anything within range I can hit with the dagger?
Either one of those bears
22.
will hit one of them.
4 damage.
That's almost certain you were going to murder that first bear. 1?
4 damage. Oh, wait, no, you,
You
don't
get to add your
bonuses.
bonus? I was like,
no.
you don't get to add your
No,
bonus.
I got it. It's 1.
I wasn't sure if you had some.
Okay. Arnis, it's your turn.
The bear that Bale just attacked.
The one on the left.
I want to attempt. I'm gonna have to get closer because the range on this is only 30 feet.
Yeah,
So
you
I
can
have to
easily
go
do that.
just inside the mouth of the cave, and I'm gonna attempt to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it.
How's that one work?
Wisdom save. Oh,
What's up?
does it have an intelligence score of 4 or less?
Roll nature, and I will let you know if you know that.
Okay.
Some animals are smart.
I mean, 4 is...
It's pretty low.
It's low. 13.
Bears are not that smart.
Let me change my mind. And cast Sleep
It
instead.
does have a risk of hitting us also, though.
That's fine. I mean, I don't care.
They're affected in ascending order of their current hit points,
So whoever's at the lowest is hit
Starts,
first.
ignoring unconscious creatures.
Yeah.
Which would be the one that I...
So the one that you, hit
It's
already.
asleep.
I'm going to do this and take the bet that you both have more hit points than the bears.
Okay. You spend an action, you
Play a
play a little tune.
How many d8s you got?
5d8
Perfect.
is what you roll. What do you got?
22.
You play a nice little lullaby, and you can practically see the sleepy on the air as that bear, that veil stabbed, just...
One is asleep.
It fell asleep on its back. Big old dog. Okay, Darvin.
Okay, so wait. Sorry, what did you do? You made a bear fall asleep?
Yep.
Did it take damage?
No.
It's taken one.
It's
from
just
Veil.
asleep. It'll be asleep for a minute or until somebody attacks it.
Should I attack
So
it?
don't attack it.
Don't attack it. Attack the other one.
I'll attack the other one then.
This is my way of helping us only deal with one at a time. One bear at a time. That was the idea.
Crowd control. Got it.
Crowd control. Yeah, it's what I do. I help. I'm a helper.
Alright, you attack this other bear.
11.
Yes.
Yeah, 7. And then with my unarmed.
Now you're gonna punch a bear.
Yeah.
I like the look of this.
I punch every bear in the
15?
face.
You punch this bear right in the nose.
6 damage. And that's it.
Roll rapier on the bear that he's attacking, going
Okay.
non-lethal.
Sneak attack.
That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
3, 4, 5,
Oh my god, that's the worst roll in history.
8 with the rapier.
Do you want to kill this bear?
No, we're going non-lethal.
Okay. You knock it out. It is not nearly as blissful as the sleeping bear. It is lying there bleeding. But it's not moving. So you've got 2
Unconscious
beaten
bears.
almost to death bears, and then 1 just sleepy bear.
How do we take these bears back to camp? Do we have enough rope to effectively tie up 3 bears? And do, between the 3 of us, we have the ability to carry 3 bears?
In the rear of the second wagon, there's a lot of rope and some fishing nets, but you do still have to get them.
I don't.
Like, you still have to transport these bears.
Does he have the ability where he can move faster yet? The monk has like light step or something where they can spend key and move farther?
Moving quicker is...
That's not going to help you carry more shit.
No, but he can get to the thing and
He
back
won't be
faster.
there and back within a minute, if that's your question.
Yeah, that's
We're
what
still
it's
going to have
Thank
to,
you,
like...
I have
Like, his speed would have to
step
be...
of the wind. But I don't think
which
that does
I think increases your speed by 10.
It's not fast enough.
That
Let's-
spell on the sleeping bear only lasts for a minute.
A minute,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So you've got a decision here to make.
I say we take not the sleeping bear because it's going to be the most strong when it comes to, and we tie up one of these other bears and we get moving.
You don't think we should just grab all 3?
What are your strength scores, Vale?
I'm an 8.
I am as
Arms?
well.
Darvin?
11.
It would take the 3 of you together to pull 1 bear.
I'm thinking that maybe we want to wake up Sleepy Bear and then, like, incapacitate them.
At this point, why are we keeping all of them alive? This guy's not happy. I'm just going to murder the bears now.
If Darvin were to look at his little murder note, it would not say that sleepy bear on it.
Finish off. Let's go with the bear that we teamed up on first.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm assuming because it has...
If you hit it, it will die.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit.
Okay, yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
You murdered that bear.
Are you going to all let me handle this, or do one of you want to attack the sleeping bear?
I don't generally attack things.
Okay.
I'll attack. But
Okay.
I help. I'm a
Are
helper.
we trying to... So we're trying to make it from sleeping to...
To dead.
It's only taking a little bit of damage at this point.
Okay.
Since this one's still at full health, yeah, you are going to have to actually roll and hit.
Or almost full health.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's been hit once.
It's got a scratch.
Yeah, barely.
So yeah, roll to attack this bear. Whoever's attacking it to kill it.
Me first or you first?
It's going to wake up as soon as somebody hits it.
I'll go first. 18?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh no, sorry, it's a 16.
Okay, that'll still hit.
17.
I don't think that's quite going to do it.
That does not quite do it.
No.
This bear
That's not counting.
lurches up and is going to attack Vale. It is not happy.
It's okay. He's right there.
Yeah. It's going to try to claw you for 16 AC,
That'll hit.
for 5 slashing damage, and then it's going to reach down and try to bite you in the face. 20.
That'll hit for sure.
The bear's mad. It'll take 4 piercing damage. It clamps down around the top of your head. And then Arnis.
Insulting.
Oh yeah, I can not vicious mockery it.
Let's make a wisdom saving throw.
How dare you bite my friend in the face?
Bear not wise. Bear rolled an 8.
Bear fail. It's gonna take 4 psychic damage.
What do you say to this bear?
Say, you dirty bear, you bit my friend in the face. Terrible insult, I know.
You see
it's
the
bad.
bear start just shaking its head side to side, and then just banging it on the ground trying to get the noises out.
No.
And boom, and it just stops. It's dead.
Bullied a bear to death.
I did, but I gave him a nice sleepy dream before I did that. So.
True.
Who's good with ropes? Let's tie up this other bear and drag it through the forest.
What skill would that be? Survival?
Yeah, survival.
That would be me. I will go do that thing.
Hog tie up a bear?
Am I better than a +4?
Nope.
Okay.
If we need to, I could continually knock it upside the head. Oh, yeah. That's
22.
You hog tied this bear fairly well. All 4 paws cinched in good and tight. It doesn't look like those are going to move.
And now we start dragging it through the forest.
Okay. Everybody give me an athletics check. I'm just going to see how long this takes.
It's going to be a while. Oh, I crit failed!
I got a 5.
I got a 6.
Yes, we suck in physical
We're
labor.
the shittiest tag team of all time.
You spend literal
Al Snow and Blackman.
hours dragging this bear back to the wagon. Like, somehow somebody went around a tree. The bear got caught behind a rock at one point and get behind, give it a good shove, lift it up a little. And it's a good thing this bear's unconscious, otherwise it would just be laughing at you. So by the time you make it back to the wagon, Sam and Sniffins are asleep, and Biggs, he's still awake. He's got a tiny little fire going. He's a little pot of water, eating that up, and have something to drink before bed. And he sees you pulling this big old bear back. Oh, what's the bear for?
We need something to give to the undead town.
Oh, still alive then.
Yep.
Ooh, he kind of scoots away from you a couple feet. I'll let you guys watch that then.
Grab a net and put it in the net too, so it's very taken care of. And we have to figure out how we're going to transport it, because I don't think dragging it behind the wagons is a good idea.
Yeah, you guys keep an eye. I'm going to sleep over here. He points farther away from you guys. So what is the plan for tonight?
I wonder if we wouldn't be better off, like, tying its mouth shut and then having it walk?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Is that a bad idea?
Is there a way
An
to
nature check?
transfer?
Think that's a bad idea?
Is there a way to transfer all of the goods in one of the carts into the other cart?
No. He's got too much stuff to fit it all in one car. Otherwise, he wouldn't have
He
2
wouldn't
carts.
have one. Yeah, he wouldn't.
He's got 2. He needs 2.
Well, I mean, like, after having sold some of it.
No, the barrels are taking up a lot of space in that
Yeah.
second wagon there.
Is there a way to, like, and this is going to sound crazy, but, like, could we search for a stick of some sort? Like a really long, and we, like, by its ankles upside down like they do to Leia and Han in Jedi, and just, like, hang it between the 2 wagons?
There's not enough room between the 2 wagons to do that.
There's like a few feet between the 2 wagons.
It's not the length of a bear.
The bear from nose to tail is probably 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work either.
Not there, it doesn't. I like what you're thinking.
It's a good idea.
I like the idea, but
We'd be
putting
better-
it between the 2 wagons is
We'd
not.
be better off carrying it between 2 of us.
Yeah.
And the 2 people are not going to be carrying a bear at any speed.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be sort of useful, but the 2 of us are...
Here's a thought. How many horses are pulling the carts?
4.
Could 2 horses effectively pull the carts? I mean, obviously it would adjust the speed, but could we feasibly then take 2 off and, like, rig the bear pole between 2 of them so that the horses are carrying it?
It's feasible.
That's the thought I'm having, unless somebody else has
the
another
best
thought.
plan. Can't think of anything better.
How far are we from this town?
We're going to get there tomorrow.
The other thought would be to leave Sam and the other guy here. We take the 2 horses with the bear in as an offering to barter passage for the rest of the group, and then we come back with the horses and everything and pass through town.
You're assuming
That
they'll understand that when those people come in, they're part of the same group. I'm not sure
You're
that...
assuming the undead are unintelligent.
Do you
I look
want to float
you.
this idea by Biggs at all?
Yeah.
He's awake.
Yes.
Oh, that is a terrible idea.
Yep.
That is an awful, terrible idea. If you give them somebody and then leave and come back, they're going to want somebody again.
Got it. Okay.
It is a one-time... It's a toll.
Got it. So you can't prepay your toll.
No. And it's not like once you pay once, you're good to go for a few days. It's every time. And only then.
Got it. Then that's what I'm putting on the table.
I can't think of anything better.
Unless there's a way to... So our caravan, if you will, is 4 horses, wagon, and another wagon is attached to the first wagon.
Yeah.
Is there a way to unattach the second wagon to put 2 horses on each and put the bear between the 2 of them and ride down the road like that?
You would need, like, an extra set of barding.
Okay.
Like, the 4 horses are all connected with one piece that, like,
Got it.
ties them all to the front wagon.
It's like one hitch, basically.
Yeah. You could take 2 horses off and have them do other stuff, and then the wagon travels slower.
Yeah, I think that's the option.
I think that's really the only way to go. We need to make sure that we tie the bear's mouth shut.
Yeah.
So it doesn't try to eat the horses.
Horse, yeah. Because if it's hanging between the 2 of them, it'll just go, ow. We also need to find a shtick.
Sure, who wants to go find a nice big...
I'll go shtick hunting.
Basically a branch.
It's nighttime, so here, take this rock.
Yeah.
And you light up a rock.
Yep.
Oh, you could put it like on my on a button on my outfit, so I don't have to carry the rock too.
Here, bink.
All right.
Glowing from the chest.
And I
Bink,
go.
bink, bink, bink,
I go
bink,
stick
bink,
hunting.
bink,
What do you
bink,
want?
Bink, 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 bink.
Okay, stop.
Bink, bink,
Every single one of your buttons and buckles.
What do you want this roll to be?
High?
Well, yeah. what am I adding to this roll?
Nature.
Oh, so not much. It's a 13.
You find a branch that's probably as thick as your arm. 4, 5, 6 inches in diameter.
Okay. I'm gonna drag this branch back.
You spend some time like clipping off the little extra smaller branches, cutting it down to size. This is what you got for your bear exploits.
Let's rig it and rest and then go, or do we want to rig it and go and not rest? Like, what
Sam
do you
is
think?
asleep right now.
Yeah.
I want
None
to.
of y'all have slept.
We should rest. I don't
Whoever's
necessarily.
on watch needs to be watching the bear.
I don't
Yeah.
necessarily need the spell slots back, but
Hey.
we are going into a town with the undead.
Survival lady,
Yeah.
why don't you tie the bear's mouth before you go to sleep?
I'll tie it to the branch tonight too. Why not?
Okay.
7.
Make a quick little knot and a couple of loops on there, and you got a rope around the bear's mouth. It's been an exhausting day. Your fingers are tired from dragging the bear through the forest. It's the best you can do right now. It's bedtime. Does anybody want to take watch?
Since I'm already glowing, I'll take first watch.
Bink. It lasts for an hour,
So I'll
we'll
need
go
a
out.
torch at one point, but for now.
Yeah, it'll help keep you warm, too.
The torch will.
You've got those nice winter clothes. That good elk skin, but your face might get chilly. Okay, make a perception roll.
Percepzione, that is a 13.
Your time passes quietly.
Wonderful.
Who are you waking up?
Mr. Monkey Man.
Okay. So it's your turn for watch.
I watch Sea Bears. And
Roll perception, please.
no.
As you're sitting there watching the bear doze, you hear the crack of a branch off the road.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wake these 2 up. I'm gonna be like, hey.
Okay. Darwin comes and wakes you up. Like, you had just gone to bed. You just fell asleep.
Dude.
Sorry.
You walk over, you see this very pale, white-haired person, you shake them awake, and then they in the car.
Sorry. Heard a noise. Still don't care. Heard a noise.
Awesome.
What direction?
What direction?
It was just off the road.
That
We'll
way.
say to the right.
To the right.
I look that way.
You see something skulking behind the rocks and bushes. Getting closer.
Yeah, there's something out there. And it's definitely coming our way.
Maybe it's the mother bear and it's mad.
Do you want to wait and see what it is? Do you want me to attempt to do something about it?
Just chuck a light grenade again in its general direction and see if we can't light it up.
Okay. I pick up the nearest rock.
Okay.
Or, idea. Oh, I can't
Do
see
you
it.
really have an idea?
Well, my thought was like, put it on the arrow, and I will shoot the arrow at the dude and permanently tag him.
But you would have to see the
I would have to
dude
be able to see the dude.
or whatever first.
Well, technically I could light up a crossbow bolt and shoot,
Yeah, you could do that too.
but they're both full actions, so I'd have to light it up, wait a turn, and then shoot. So,
So you're doing anything. If it's remain vigilant and watch, that's fine.
because I don't...
If it's
Yeah, I'm going to do
Light
that.
up the bolt, and then the next time you have an opportunity to do something, shoot the bolt at the thing that you can see in the forest that we can't see.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
You do that?
Okay.
Okay. You light the bolt, you ready the crossbow, and you're staring off at this really shadowy figure skulking behind some bushes when from a separate bush, that was a 1 and a 20. So, Vale,
Yeah,
you're getting tagged with an arrow.
of course.
15 piercing damage.
Holy fuck.
That would have killed me in the past. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Everybody roll initiative. Darvin.
I got a 4.
Vale.
13.
Arnis.
16.
The one that you can see, who's been skulking up, is going to rush forward, and you see this guy, a little over 5 feet tall, long, dark hair, reddish skin, charge out, and he's got a sword in hand, and he wants to... Arnis. Yeah. 11 versus AC.
No. Oh, it's a miracle.
And then it's your turn, Arnis.
Well, he's in melee range, so I drop the crossbow and the bolt.
You got a nice little area of light here.
Not even gonna bother with that thing. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on.
Yay.
She's standing right next to me, right?
Oh yeah, you're all together.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast
Heal her up.
Cure Wounds on Scar over there. 6.
Better than nothing.
Roll a friggin' 1.
Vale. It'll be your turn. You saw this guy run up. You can tell he's got some armor on in addition to his sword.
For rapier, a 21.
Yes.
14 damage.
And you take him right down. Do you want to have killed this man?
Yeah.
Draw your rapier and you shove it real good up into his belly.
Wonderful. And then, can I see the other guy?
Yeah.
Hurk my dagger at him. That's in my other hand.
Sure. What's the short range on the dagger?
Thrown is 20.
And okay, then you
long
get
range is 60.
disadvantage then.
Then I will use my bonus action to hide instead.
Okay, where would you like to hide?
Kind of circle around the wagons, try and get to wherever he is.
The wagon is not in between the two of you. So if you wanted to circle around the wagon, you would just be hiding. If you wanted to, circle around him, you would have to go off the road.
Alright, so yeah, just under the wagon. 22.
You hide under the wagon. You're not sure if you're all that well hidden since there's that glowing bolt from the crossbow right there. But you definitely do have some cover going on. Then it's going to be Darvin's turn.
Attacking the dude is still up. He's in melee range, right?
He's still out off the path. He's the one who shot the arrow. The one who charged with the sword got murdered real fast.
Okay, how far away is he?
About 40 feet.
Hey, I can get to him. I can go
Nice.
40 feet.
He's just at the edge of this nice dim light, too.
Nice.
So you get out there. It's like fighting in the shadows.
Hacking him with my sword. 21?
Yeah, that'll hit. He tries to hold up his bow, and you slice right through it into him.
Nice. 11 damage?
You want to kill this guy, too?
Yeah.
Okay, he goes down. Thud, thud, thud. Real fast. Biggs comes rushing around. What the hell was that? What'd you guys do?
We got attacked by these guys and killed them. I need to go sleep.
Sane.
You don't want to investigate them first?
Sure. I'm obviously very tired. I got a 13 on my investigate.
The one who ran up's got a sword. The one off on the side of the road, he's got a now cut in half longbow and a sword as well.
I'd like to take the arrows off of the guy that shot the bow and arrow.
Sure, he's got 14 arrows.
Sweet. That almost doubles my arrow total.
Biggs is gonna look over him too. He's not above scavenging. He pockets a few little things.
Okay, I'm going back to sleep.
Same.
I'm still on watch.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I woke you guys up.
Yeah, you were going to handle that yourself, though, buddy.
Okay. The next day comes. At this point, oh man, does it stay dark for really long.
Bink.
You're going to get to Medullary Hill at the end of the day. And at this point, the sun doesn't even fully rise when it does come up. It'll come up maybe 25% of the way, and you'll see it move along the horizon as it just dips right back down. And by the time you do arrive in Medullary Hill, you just get the very faintest of glow from the sun. It won't even peak above the horizon. You come to a fork in the road. So there's one road that goes off to the west, another mostly to the south, just towards Honey Hollow. If you go west, that's how you eventually would get up to the capital, along with a couple other cities. In between these two, there's a very low hill. It's more like a mound. It rises maybe a couple 100 feet, but it's a very gentle slope up. And as you look up the hill, you can tell there was once a wooden wall that surrounded like a log fort type thing. Not a fort like what you saw in Barberry. It's really only a couple of large buildings with maybe a 2.5, 3-story central part of it. And it's all made out of wood. And there was once a log fence going all the way around it. Large portions that have been knocked down, just fell over due to time and weather. And you can see a bunch of small wooden cabins surrounding the area. Not so much in a logical layout. It's not like this was a grid city.
Got it.
It's like someone built an outpost here at the crossroads, and then people just started putting their little buildings around it. It is dark. If you don't have a torch or any sort of light source, you're going to be hard-pressed to see 5 feet in front of you. A little bit farther than that. Maybe 10, 15 feet. The moon's out. There's some stars.
I ask Samudio if it's wise for me to give us some light. Is that a thing we should do? Like, do we want
Check on the bear first, he suggests.
We go check on the bear.
Okay.
You go back to the bear, and it's awake, but just super weak. Very low grunting noises. Its eyes are out of focus. Just kind of one wandering off in the wrong direction. It's alive, but it's not in great condition.
If they were to complain that it wasn't healthy and wouldn't take it, could the bard heal it?
Of course it could.
You could heal this bear if you wanted to.
We're not going to do it now.
Or we could feed it a little. Give it some water.
I'm not worried about it yet. I'm not worried about it until someone complains.
Are you just talking about this out loud?
Yeah.
Biggs will ride up next to you and give a little laugh. You know they're just going to kill it, right?
So I figured, but if they, if they want it to be healthy before they kill it, I don't know what they do. I don't know their ways. I'm just saying.
You're funny. A dumb funny, but you're funny.
You know what, Biggs? I don't like your tone.
All right, calm down, you two.
So it doesn't matter if it dies first?
Well, we don't want to offer it to them dead, right? Biggs?
Living sacrifice.
Yeah.
Living sacrifice.
Okay.
So it needs to be alive.
It needs to be fresh.
Okay.
I don't just want any old dead thing.
Got it.
I think I would have gone looking for you if I could have just grabbed some dead thing. No. Okay. There's a small path that leads up the hill towards what was once like a gated entrance.
We're going to let Sam lead us to wherever we need to go. He's the one who knows the way.
Yeah.
Alright, you start heading up. Everybody roll perception.
I crit.
Oh, well, dang it. You did better than me, and I got a 25.
Well, what's your total come to?
20.
Arnis still did better than you. What about you, Darwin?
17.
As you approach, it is quiet. Too quiet. Biggs is looking increasingly nervous as you guys all go up the hill into the city. And as you get past the gate area, see a number of log cabins up front. They don't look like they were in as much disrepair as you might expect for a city of undead. And the two of you rolled definitely high enough. You can see a few skeletons and bodies just lying in the middle of the road.
That's dissettling. Yeah, I know I made up a word.
I was going to say, you mean unsettling?
No. It is so unsettling.
It's dissettling.
It's a combination of unsettling and disquieting.
Exactly.
Is what it is. Dissettling. Unquieting.
Maybe those are the sacrifices. Maybe that's normal.
Well, if he's still moving, then I'm still with him. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
I'm in the back, though, with my bow and arrow ready.
Give me another perception check, everybody, as you're going through this.
I crit.
Me too.
Comes to 26.
And I got
22.
17.
You guys are fucking nailing it.
We don't always. Sometimes we do when it counts.
This is a good time to do that.
Yes.
I'll roll for the pieces. Wow.
Ow.
Biggs gets a 19. Sam crits. Everybody is just on point. This is a very tense situation. Nobody's letting anything slip by. And both Sam and Biggs agree this is too quiet. Something's wrong.
It shouldn't be like this.
And as you are walking, you can see the front of the main building here, where you can assume whoever's in charge would be. And in front of the door, there are two skeletons just collapsed on the ground. And as you look down around, you can see like a body here and a body there, just on the ground. Some of them weapons in hand, some of them nothing.
The undead are dead.
Can we tell if they're like lying in wait or if they're like kaput?
Yeah, if there was like a battle
From here?
here.
No.
Oh, if you want to look to see if there was a battle,
Yeah.
that you could check. If you want to find out if they're dead, that would be a lot harder, because it's not like they would have a pulse anyways.
You'd have to get close enough.
Or in some case, skin.
Looking if there was a recent battle investigating.
Investigation will work, yeah.
15.
You can see some very oddly shaped claw marks on the ground.
Oh dear.
And a couple of the buildings.
Anybody recognize these? I point them out.
Anyone can roll nature on those.
13.
I got a 7.
I got a 10.
No, does not seem natural to anybody.
You tell Sam to just put on the gas.
I am not going to rush here. No sudden movements.
Yeah, that
Okay.
seems like a better idea.
Then everybody keep your eyes peeled.
He keeps moving towards this larger building, and none of these skeletons, none of these bodies are moving.
Just keep going.
And
I've got it.
he comes to a stop right in front of this main building. Well, this is the place. Skeleton Prince is inside. That's who we got to deal with if we're going to do this. I'll wait with the cart, sniffins, and the horses.
I don't like the idea of him being out here by himself.
Me neither.
I don't either. Samudio, do you have weapons on you? Anything? You can
I've got
fight with?
a couple of daggers, but that's mostly for day-to-day use. Sometimes for protection, but
So you have a little bit of skill in fighting with them, if you need to.
We don't leave him by himself.
I can use a dagger if I have to. I'd rather not.
Okay.
I want to get through here peacefully, because I don't want to be one of them as he looks around at the skeletons and the bodies.
The question is, do we have to take the, sacrifice in with us, or can we leave it out here?
If you want to go in and get the Skeleton Prince, that's up to you.
But we can leave the bear here and go in, and then bring it back out.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a
Then we only need to
place
take 2 of us.
where I could find to cover the caravan with my bow? Is there like a ledge I could climb up onto or something like that?
There are a couple of houses that would be within range. You could either hide inside, possibly on top. You'd be a lot less covered, but both would be an option.
Are all the houses like one story, simple?
These are all really basic log cabins. Some of them are in better condition than others. The undead, they like having their building, but they're not so much bothered by things like cold all the time.
Yeah.
So broken windows or missing pieces of roofs, not an issue.
I'm gonna go find a... Rules-wise, how does lying prone affect being seen and stealth? Because my idea is to go prone on a rooftop.
Rules-wise, I think I would give you a +2
So yeah,
because I want to say that since you're going to be up, it would be quarter to half cover.
Mhm.
So I'll give you a little bit of a bonus on.
I want to scurry up onto a roof where I can have good view of the cart, and then also should the shit hit the fan, call out to my team so they can come running.
Okay. Athletics to climb.
Of course, I need to fix that because my athletics is not what I would like it to be. That's going to be a 12.
You've got time, and you're not so much worried about noise, and it's a 1-story building. So you're able to get up there. Not the most graceful, but you're up there.
Okay, so I'm just prone
You're
watching.
lying prone, watching. 2 of you want to do Darvin, Arnis.
We want to go see
I
the
guess we're going
Skeleton
in.
Prince.
You head in. Vale, give me a perception roll.
That's a 3.
Lie in wait on this roof. Darvin and Arnis. You head in. It is very cold in here. It would be much colder if it were not for your nice winter clothes. I'll park it up. But you can tell, there's a section of the wall over here missing, and the wind is just blowing through. And you enter in, and you go through a little foyer area before it opens up into a hallway. And standing at the end of it is a skeleton, the spear, and a shield, collapsed on the ground. And there's a door right behind it.
I'm going to do a perception check just to see if I can see anything else in this hallway.
Sure.
24.
The other end of the hallway, it turns and it goes off to a small little sitting room next to the wall. It doesn't appear to be much in there. It's not a fancy sitting room. That's all that you see right here.
Okay.
Oh, there is another door down there, facing away from you. Facing towards you. Sorry. Got backwards.
Unless you think there's a reason to go after the unguarded door, I'm just going to go up to the guarded one and see if it opens.
Yeah, let's do that.
You go up to the door.
I would assume if there was, no, my character wouldn't think to check for traps. So I'm just going to try to open it.
I would.
Are you going to, though?
Yeah.
Alright, check for traps.
17.
It doesn't seem to be trapped. You're on the interior of a supposedly safe building. Not trapped.
I think it's okay. Go ahead.
I try to open the door, whatever
The door
direction it opens.
push the door open. You come into this large room where there's a fireplace. It doesn't look like there's been a fire in there anytime recently. There's some ash and stuff that's been blown out onto the ground around it from the wind and down. There are a number of chairs on the walls to your right and left as you come in. Simple wooden chairs, maybe a padded back, and across from you as you enter in is a small little elevated platform, also made of wood. And on it there are 3 chairs. 2 smaller ones, one much nicer one, very well carved in the middle. And on it is a skeleton. And around his head, he has a crown of what appears to be skeleton hands, just like stitched together.
Let's go
around the top, just kind of all reaching up from his head.
Arnis is sufficiently freaked out by that.
He's got a short little, maybe 2-3 foot staff with a little round part on the end, sitting there, slumped over in the chair.
I'm going to do a perception check in this room as well.
Yeah, I'll put that just in case.
Ooh, that would be a good idea, because I got a 9.
I got a 13.
Darvin, as you look around a little bit more clear-eyed, and you see off to your left, there's another door, and that door is propped open, having swung inside, and in it, there's this body lying down on the ground, a tray out in front of them, as if they were carrying it and they fell down. There's a couple of goblets that have been knocked over. Their contents long since dried.
I point this out.
Oh, there's a body over there.
I don't exactly want to shout because I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm going to cut like half the distance into the room and say...
You should play him a song of greeting. In
and
case
just say
he's, you know,
something like, Skeleton Prince, you know, we come in peace or something.
You're just saying this, not singing it.
I guess I can sing it. I'm not doing it particularly loudly, though.
In which case, I'll let you use your performance or persuasion here if you want to sing.
I'll take performance. Oh, damn it. I got a 9.
What was about that first song of the day?
Yep.
See, down here, past that road, past the winter road, as some would call it, gets really cold. Really, really cold. It can have an effect on musical instruments. Tightens up or loosens strings. Heads of drums become brittle. You gotta be careful. You need to make sure you have the right instrument for the right environment.
Oh, well.
Vale,
Yes.
you are out here on this roof. Give me one more perception check.
It's a 7.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. You don't notice anything. You still got your eye on Sam, Biggs, and the animals up at the wagons. Arnis and Darvin, you see no reaction from anybody or anything in this room.
The Skeleton Prince is dead. I mean, undead.
I don't want to go too much further into this room. How big is the room, like, front to back?
Maybe 20 by 30.
Okay, so I'm already, like, 10 feet in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another perception check, because this is, like, freaking me out. I crit failed.
There is a chill breeze blowing through the chimney. Makes a very hollow sound.
I'm freaking out. Good.
My god said I should come here, so I'm gonna go investigate the prince.
Roll investigation then.
I'm gonna hang back exactly where I am.
19.
There's 0 movement at this point.
I can see why he sent us here. Something.
You.
From this.
Just 0 movement, nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bones are old. Very old. As is the crown that he wears.
I think he's dead.
He was already dead.
I mean...
It's like,
You mean
perma
re-dead?
dead.
He has a couple vestiges of cloth on him that were at one point like a bright blue and a bright red, faded over time.
Try to command him.
I don't have command.
No, I just mean yell things and see what happens.
I'm not gonna yell anything. Yelling is a bad idea.
Not yell, but like state emphatically. I'm going to emphatically state, Skeleton King, arise.
Oh my gosh, don't yell.
I'm not yelling, I'm stating emphatically.
Roll persuasion. I want to see how emphatic you are.
Great.
Darvin clears his throat and lets out a very powerful, commanding voice.
Oh god.
You could see why his family may have been noble.
Yeah, badass.
And you can feel like the sense of like, oh, maybe I should. Oh wait, no, he's not talking to me. But the Skeleton Prince does nothing.
Let's go.
Agreed. Let's go talk to Sam.
Before I move, can I do like one more perception check as we're getting ready to vacate this room?
Sure.
I'll help her with that too, just in case.
I got a 19.
11.
What is it you're really looking around for?
Well, I mean, there was those weird, like, claw marks
Those are outside. They're not in this room.
outside. So really, I'm just looking for movement.
There's an old tapestry, lightly moving in the wind.
Okay. All right, then, yeah. I say we go. I'm not running out of here, obviously, but I'm definitely leaving.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, give me a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Oh my god, I'm not thrilled by this.
Arnis.
21.
Darvin.
14.
Okay. You nimbly remember to step over the guard who was in front of the door that led into this room from the hallway, and don't disturb him on the ground. And you start heading out.
I would close the doors.
Okay, yes, sure.
Yeah.
Biggs looks at you as you come out. Where is he? Get him! We gotta pay.
I understand that, except he didn't respond to anything we did.
He's dead.
Well, no.
No, we're pretty sure.
No, he's dead.
No, we're pretty
He's
sure
a skeleton.
he's like re-dead, like perma-dead, like
Yeah.
not gonna wake up dead.
Maybe he's just sleeping. Did you think about that? And you can't tell if their eyes are closed.
We tried to talk to him. Nothing happened. 0 things happened.
You go wake him up.
I am totally okay if you want to, like, leave the offering here and go, but there is no waking that dude up.
Get killed on the way out? No, thank you.
Well, you want to go try to wake him
Go
up?
drag his
then?
ass out here.
No, you go do it.
Persuasion roll. Or intimidation.
I'll take persuasion, thank you very much. That place freaks me out, so it's coming from a place of fear rather than intimidation. Like, I don't want to do this. 22.
You embolden him to enter this building.
What if you go with him?
I'm not going
He
back
jumps
in there.
down off his donkey and walks in.
You
I'll
can't.
go.
You can't pay me money to go back in there.
Damn it, Arnis. I'll go.
This is not my situation here.
He walks in, right down that hall, opens the door behind the guard, enters into the main room. Hey! We're here to pay the toll to get through. We got a nice bear for you. Maybe they didn't tell you that. It's a good bear. It's big. It's got teeth. Come, look, what, you want more than the bear?
Hey.
You know, there's extra people here, too.
Hey!
What? Not you.
What a bitch.
He's selling out the Goblin Man.
It's a goblin
No,
man
the
that's
Goblin
in there.
Biggs is
He's
gone.
Oh,
selling
this
you
is
out.
Biggs. Oh, okay.
And me. And Sam. And probably the dog.
No. Just one of you.
What an
Come on, we got more. He fumbles around a bit and takes off his cloak. You can see he's got a dagger as well underneath that. He pulls out some money and walks up to the prince. I know you don't use money a whole lot, but we'll pay too. And he holds it out.
I'm just gonna say, he's dead, Biggs.
You think he doesn't know that? Of course he knows he's dead.
He's
That's why he's
dead.
the prince.
He's unalive.
He's just too dumb. Some of these guys are just too dumb. Look, you want my money? Fine. He places it down at his foot. Well, what else do you want? Got a guy who can play music? When's the last time you had anybody who could play music?
Biggs.
Do you want to stay?
Oh, let's go talk to Sam.
You go talk to Sam.
You wanna stay here?
I'm making a deal.
You wanna stay here?
I'm not worried.
You do your diplomacy, and I'll go talk to Sam.
So while Arnis and Vale, while the two of you are out there, give me another perception roll.
I got a 14.
You can hear what sounds like rattling coming from the other side of one of these buildings.
Can I tell where from?
It's one of the buildings behind you.
I'm gonna see if I can, if he'll let me do another thing, or can I not do another thing?
One moment. Darvin, you said you left the room, right? Okay, cool, then I don't have to talk about that scene anymore. Okay, yes, Arnis. Keep going.
I want to see if I can get Vale's attention and just do a, like, that way. Like, there's sound coming from that way. Which would be a performance thing, right? And then insight on
Sure.
her part.
15 on my inside.
Get a 21 performance.
You pick up what Arnis is laying down.
So I'm now watching the general
Like,
direction
there's sound that way.
that he was gesturing towards.
Darvin, what are you doing?
Leaving the room and going to talk to Sam.
So you're at the wagon, talking to Sam.
What's it usually like when you give him offerings?
Scary.
Does he respond or talk?
I've only given an offering once, and it was very quiet.
Did he move?
Yeah, a little bit. It was more his guards I was worried about.
His guards are all collapsed. I think he's dead. I also think Biggs is in there getting himself killed.
Well, I don't know if both of those could be true.
That's how I console myself.
I'm more worried it's a trap, but
Maybe Maybe we should
No.
just go.
In which case, we should leave the bear and go.
Leave the bear as an offering and go.
Mm-hmm.
You checking out that sound? You were already headed over there.
No, I'm not gonna leave the vicinity of the carts.
Mm-hmm.
But I am focused now in that direction.
Remember, we would need to still get the horses attached to the carts because of how we brought the bear.
2 of them are carrying
Yeah.
the bear.
So then, what I'm going to do is kind of not particularly worried about being stealthy. Like, if anybody heard us come into town, they already know we're there, right? But I'm going to kind of, as quickly as I can without making a ton of noise, just kind of run up and be like, there's sound coming from back there, like, quietly. So we should try to unattach the bear from the horses, leave it, reattach the horses, and get out of here.
I agree. What's the best course of action?
The best course of action is for me to keep looking in the direction of that sound, because I'm the only one with double vision. So,
Sam
you
and
two
I-
should take care of the bear and the
Sam and I
horses.
detach the bear. Bring it in.
Well, funny thing. Before you get around to that, give me another perception roll, Arnis.
Damn it.
The sound
10.
stops for a moment, and then you hear like a dragging before this creature, a little bit bigger than a cat. 4 legs. The back legs are definitely bigger. Has kind of stumpy feet. The front legs are more lean and muscular. They have pads on the front, but still claws. Definitely could be used for grabbing. Its underbelly seems to be fur-like, but on the top of its head and down its spine and all the way completely covering its tail is plating of some sort. And the end of its tail is almost like an extra weight on it.
Oh, fun.
And in its mouth, which opens up far too wide for a creature of its size. So if it had a head shaped like a cat, it would open its jaw in like almost Pac-Man style.
Like a snake.
A little bit. It's definitely still hinged. It's just, it has a very large mouth opening. In its mouth, it is dragging a skeleton by the skull. And it comes rushing out into the middle. It stops, jumps up on it a couple of times. So now you can definitely see it too, since you're up on this roof. Well, you can barely make it out, because you don't have dark vision. But you definitely see something just pull the skeleton out from around this building. But Arnis, you can see it open its mouth, and you see this tongue come out, but it's way too long and round and plated, and it jabs straight into the skeleton, and you see the skeleton just into dust.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it grows a little bit, and now it's like the size of a dog. You can see the bone plating curl around a little bit more underneath. And it turns to you, and it's looking at you very intently. You can roll insight.
18.
And it's got the look of a determined creature. And you hear a voice, not from it, but from somewhere, say, "Fresh bones. Get them." And it starts charging at you. And with that, we'll bring this chapter to a close. But the story will always continue. Podcast art created by Vanessa Blockland. You can find more of her art on Facebook or at vanessablockland.com. Blockland spelled Blokland. Podcast music by Daryl Dibber Reconos. You can find more of his music at dibber.mo or at soundcloud.com/dibbermusic. Dibber spelled Dibur. Thank you for listening to this chapter in Seasons of Skyrend. If you like what you heard, please rate and review us on your podcast platform of choice. If you want to reach out to us personally, you can find us on Twitter at Skyrend Podcast or email us at skyrendpodcast@gmail.com. We are also on Facebook, where you can like and follow us or just chat with some awesome people. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next time.